Gilston. This is my friend Justin Hall, Cooper MMA. This week I've had a request to show some of the stretching warm-ups that I like to do for Judo or for BJJ. So we're going to do some of the stretches. I'll show some of the two-man stretches as well, because those can be very nice when you work with a partner. So we've warmed up, gotten warm, running or jumping jacks or somehow. You want to do your stretches, you want to be a little bit warm when you begin your stretching. So the first things that I like to do are warm up the hips, because that's the biggest part of the body. So we're going to start with a 5-count hip warm up. Just going to warm up the hips, the lower back, a little bit of the knees and the neck, and starting touching the ground, not worrying about keeping the knees straight, going all the way back behind, then bringing the elbows down to the mat, then up, and stretching all the way backwards. So it's a 5-count. So each knee, san, shi, go. Each knee, san, shi, go. Each knee, san, shi. Actually, I usually lift the arms up, right. And each knee, san, shi. So that gets the forward and back motion going on the hips. Then I want to do rotational hip motion. So stretch to one foot in the center, to the other foot, and back around. And we'll do that several times in one direction and then in the other. Right, so. And it's important to bend backwards when you're going back, not just staying straight up. And then in the other direction. Okay, so we also want to make sure that our hips are rotationally loose. So you have your arms out to the side. So this will also activate the shoulders and stretch. And I'm looking all the way over my far shoulder as far as my head will turn, and push at the end, usually about 3 times, and then the other way. And push. So we'll do that maybe 5 times in each direction. Okay, then the knees need to be warmed up, knees and ankles. So feet are almost together, a little bit of space, come down, bending down, and the knees come all the way around. And then, of course, in the other direction as well. And that's usually the stand-up. Then we come down to the mat. And I'll begin with legs straight, stretched out as far as you can go, which for me is not very much. I want to go sideways. I'm turning my hand palm up, grabbing my leg, my gi leg. Arm is absolutely straight, and I try and bring my head down to my knee and touch my toe over my head. And again, on the other side. Do that a few times, then turning the torso straight and trying to touch your toes. And again, both sides. And then all the way back. Again, keeping the feet straight. Turn back, both hands on the ground, and you bring your nose to the mat. And the other side. And then the same 3 exercises done with one knee back. So again, sideways. This leg should be straight. I can't do that, but you can watch Justin there. Straight forward and straight back. And again on the other side. Sideways. Straight down and all the way back. Feet straight out. Your idea is to grab your toes and bring your nose to your knees. And then feet together. And here you want to bring your knees to the ground. This one you can watch me because I can do this one better than Justin can. Hands straight up. My back is straight from my belly to my clavicle. I'm coming straight down and I want my chest on my feet. And I like to grab the ground and pull myself for a further stretch to get a little closer. Some people will do this with a curved back. You can get a little deeper, but it's not as effective. So you want to try and keep your back straight for this exercise. And this one can be done as a two-man drill. So keep your back straight up. So I'm using my knee. I'm helping him by lifting his arms and pushing him down. And this is very effective. If he's a little bit stronger, I can also push on the legs, use my shoulder against his back and push him here, or when I do it, if the person is quite flexible in the hips, he'll stand on my legs. Oh my gosh. Right? And push. And that helps me get quite low. All right, so 3 more advanced two-man versions of that stretch. Okay, let's go back down. All right, so we've done all of those, the basic core stretching. For the lower back, I want to lie back. My feet come straight up in the air. I'm going to lift my butt off the air, into the air. Now, 3 directions here. My feet go over one shoulder, then they go straight over my head to the ground, and then to the other shoulder. So 1, 2, I don't know, 3, and again. Right, straight back, left, and up. For stretching out the quads, and this is fairly advanced. In this case, I want my toes flat. I'm straight up. And I'm going to lean back. This was keeping, again, no bending between the knee and the shoulder. My hands behind my head, and I come back and forward. Back and forward. And you'll feel this as a quad strengthening exercise and also a good stretch in the lower back. And those are pretty much the warm-ups that I will do if I want a stretching routine. For a tight back, and I usually do this at the end of a class, particularly if somebody is having any back issues, but this is a very good stretch out. So after class, I'm hooking the arms. I want to be between his elbows and his shoulders. I'm going to bend down and then lift him up and bounce a few times. And then he can do the same to me. That loosens everything up. in the lower back. This is if somebody wants their back worked on. Again, if it's very tight in the upper back, holding behind, grabbing behind at the elbow just in front of the triceps. Again, notice that I'm starting in a squatting position. I'm pulling him into me, and I'm going to come up and bounce a few times. And again, these are very good, just general loosening up exercises. So come over, there you go. Okay, after that, you should feel pretty good. All right, so some stretching routines, loosening up routines. Right, if you like our channel, please subscribe. Seryoko Zenyo means maximum efficiency. Click like if you like the video. Push the little bell so you can get videos every time they're posted. And thank you, Justin.